Royal split, Harry and William looking at formal division. Prince Harry and Prince William are set to go their separate ways as they no longer rely on each other as before since their families grew and their royal roles changed, sources claimed. The Duke of Sussex and the Duke of Cambridge are considering a formal division of their joint household, Kensington Palace, according to a source close to the brothers. And they are also looking into the possibility to create separate courts to better reflect their very different duties and needs, the anonymous source added, as reported by The Times. They said, "The brothers have lent on each other and looked after each other since their mother died. But now they have their own families. They longer rely on each other as before." Their growing families would be the biggest reason behind Harry and William's decision to take a distance from each other's. Another source said, William and Harry double act has naturally been supplanted by the two couples and their families. This news comes just 2 weeks after Kensington Palace announced the pregnancy of Meghan Markle, Prince Harry's wife. The Sussex had already voiced their desire of bringing up their children as normally as possible, while the little Cambridges, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, will be increasingly under the spotlight as they grow up, with George being direct heir to the throne. Meghan and Harry currently live in the Nottingham cottage, in the grounds of Kensington Palace, but are expected to move out to enter the main part of Kensington Palace within months or even to find another royal residence. But even if they decided to remain Kate and William's neighbors, they will likely desire to have a different management dealing with their duties. The source also said the changing duties of the brothers are playing an important role in the decision of William and Harry to split up. They said, when William becomes the Prince of Wales, he will take on a lot of extra responsibility, including the Duchy of Cornwall and all that entails. Harry and Meghan have none of that, and seems ambitious about forging their own paths. If you have one private office trying to manage both, things get difficult. A new book by royal correspondent Robert Jobson contains claims the Queen will stand aside to allow her son, Prince Charles, to become king in 3 years. Mr. Jobson said in the past, "I understand the Queen has given the matter considerable thought and believes that, if she is still alive at 95, she will seriously consider passing the reins to Charles." This would accelerate William's preparations to take upon himself the role of Prince of Wales, while his brother is strengthening his position of royal ambassador following his successful royal tour in Oceania. However, the brothers' decision of splitting up management and households may not be welcomed by Prince Charles, who is an advocate of slimming down the monarchy and cutting its expenses. The heir to the throne has clashed in the past with one of his brothers, Prince Andrew, who fiercely fought on behalf of his daughters Beatrice and Eugenie to retain their titles. According to Prince Charles's plans, only the core members of the royal family should have a title and allowances. So far, Harry and Meghan have been considered core members. But Charles could not be willing to want to pay for separate households for his two sons, The Times wrote. However, the source close to the brothers believe the changes allegedly wanted by William and Harry are obvious to desire. They said, they have become different people with different outlooks on life. Splitting the household is the obvious thing to do. Princes William, 36, and Harry, 34, are beloved for their brotherly bond, which royal fans have watched grow in strength year upon year as they've grown up and started their own families. But the latest Kensington Palace news suggests that the brothers will soon part ways. According to Roy Nickaw, royal correspondent for the Sunday Times, Harry and Meghan are making arrangements for the birth of their first child next spring, which includes a formal division of their joint royal household. Roy writes, the Sussexes are expected to leave their two-bedroom home at Nottingham Cottage, in the grounds of Kensington Palace, and may choose to move into the main palace or find a new royal residence. Having separate courts would also reflect the different responsibilities both brothers have as they continue to forge their own paths with their families. William and Kate will increase their work as head of state and consort, while Harry and Meghan can be more flexible with their duties. It would mark the end of an era for the Fab Four: Kate, William, Harry and Meghan. But the families will continue to work together to support their charitable work through the Royal Foundation. Harry and Meghan are currently in New Zealand as part of their autumn tour, after announcing Meghan's pregnancy at the start of the tour. Meanwhile, William and Kate attended a state banquet held for the Dutch royals at Buckingham Palace on Tuesday evening. The Sussexes and Cambridges haven't been photographer together since Harry and Meghan's exciting announcement, but there is sure to be family celebrations, along with Princes George and Louis, and Princess Charlotte, when they return from the tour next week.